Okay, I think that means action.
I don't know what it means. There's a new phone I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so it's on right now, right?
It's not on.
It's not on.
So you can kind of see the...
I can't see from the side, though. So look.
She's basically kind of lifting from her hip, catching there.
Lifting from her hip. Okay.
Okay,
So
so I'm going to turn it back on.
now you're turning it on, and then that will.
Oh, yeah.
So again, I'm trying to narrate a little bit for the benefit of my sisters.
Are you tired?
Yeah. No.
No, you go. Keep on going. So I'd say the first thing I notice is that she picks up speed. You start walking a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Do you notice that?
Yeah.
So keep going. Your ankle looks more stable. It's not so floppy.
She usually, I think I told James, she usually falls, like it's usually once a year, and that will often involve, she might break a bone in her foot, or
Yeah.
or not. But I don't, she got hit by a car, she was walking about 2 years ago in that leg, but
How's that feel?
Yeah.
Looks good, but what matters more is how does it feel to you?
It feels wonderful.
Feel like it helped you?
Yes.
Do you want to take a break?
How does it, Kathy, what's different about it?
I feel...
You feel it going like this?
Yeah.
Okay, and so why is that good?
Good?
Yeah,
Happy.
because you don't have to have that thing on.
Yes.
Does it make it easier to
Yes.
walk? Okay, and so that's without the piece that you would.
I feel...
So that's like half of the unit right there, right?
Half the unit.
You already did you put that little piece in her shoe already?
That's it. She's got everything.
Oh, she's got everything. So
Yep.
I thought it was. Oh, I see it. It's right down here. So that goes.
Yep, and I can turn the sound on so you can hear the stem kicking on and off.
No, I feel...
You feel it, but he doesn't know when it's on.
Yeah,
So
like really electrify her.
you hear it. Oh, actually, so when you hear it, the stem's on, so you can see it's helping her lift her foot.
And so it's turning on intermittently.
Just let me know when you're ready to come
It turns on when she's swinging her foot to lift her toes.
So it knows that something. Now, what if she stopped?
Then the stem stops.
Hey, Kathy, stop for a second. Okay.
Whenever she lifts her foot to turn, to pivot, to walk, to go sideways, it's going to help her lift her toes so she doesn't catch.
Okay. So right now it's not doing anything because she's
Standing on the sensor.
Okay. Now, how often would she wear this? Does she wear it all day? Does she wear it? Here, why don't you go back?
It's designed to be worn all day in place of the brace, so you can't go home and just wear it all day. There's a whole conditioning protocol. It starts with 20 minutes twice a day, builds up by about 5-10 minutes every day, and it's about at the end of 3 weeks where you can put it on in the morning just like you would your brace and be moving. The nice thing is, well, there's a lot of nice things, but I think the big smile comes from the fact that you're used to your foot being locked in place in the brace, which keeps you, well, it's supposed to help with falls, right? Because it prevents your foot from catching because it's locked. But you're not moving your muscles or using your muscles of your leg. No. They're locked. It keeps you safe, but they're locked. And that doesn't just influence the ankle. It influences the knee and the hip. So all the way up, your leg starts to stiffen up when you are in a brace, which a brace is great for safety standpoint.
I don't like it.
Most people aren't in love with their braces. But I always say you never ever, even if you got this, you never ever get rid of the brace. This is technology, so there'll be times where you want to just pop your brace on, and I don't know when, but
Because you just get tired of it, or you just get.
most people don't put the brace back on. But it's technology, so if ever a battery was dead and you had to go replace it, you'd obviously want to have your brace handy. Or I have a guy who he will not. He is walking more and moving more. He started mowing his lawn again, but he didn't. He did not want to mow his lawn with this on. He just decided he felt safer with that. And he just chooses certain activities that he puts his brace back on. Then I have other people that literally threw away their brace. Don't do that.
Now this, I'm not sure what circumstances that causes her to fall, if she falls. But this one here goes all the way up, straight, and it keeps her leg, it would keep her ankle from, doing that.
Which is what I was saying. The first thing I notice is it stabilizes your ankle as soon as we put the stem on. We can do another walk without it on, and that's pretty common, right? Because we're lifting the foot and we're strengthening. Not this very much.
So does this make her more likely to fall or less likely to fall?
No, there's significant research that shows the decrease in falls using stem.
Okay. Is there any other type of trial or thing that you would want her to do right now to demonstrate?
No, so what I think we should do now is take a break from this, because even though you won't get tired necessarily, your muscles will, because they're not used to getting stimulated like that. So let's take a break from this, try the hand device, and we can talk a little bit about that, and then we'll have you walk again with this. And I like to have you go kind of sideways, backwards, to really see that it's always going to kick on. Stairs, we probably won't have time for stairs, but, just all the movements, so if you're standing at the sink and you go to turn around, it's going to turn on to lift your toes every single time you offload your hips over. So, go ahead.
Does she have control, like, she drives now, and she actually takes her foot and drives like this. She's never had an accident.
I used to do driving evals.
But that's
They left pedals.
I don't like.
You don't like
she's stubborn.
Yeah, you're the boss. Stubborn.
So
you would turn
that
this off.
would be something where this would not let her drive that way. This is simply for walking.
Got it. And you would actually turn it off while you drove. Because even though the sensor is offloaded, meaning it's not going to fire because it doesn't feel that you're walking. You could accidentally put pressure on the sensor and then it could fire, and you don't want to have that happen while you're driving. Nothing. I have people who have mistakenly left it on. We just don't want you to get the stem.
Your gas, you're just going to go and you'll have it.
Or like we. So let me have you pull up here for a second.
Do those?
Right here, straight.
You notice your.
Yeah, but you right here.
When you have the brace on,
Yeah.
you feel like your leg. So you have to do some of those compensatory things when you have a brace on. If you mean this, like moving your leg around, kind of swinging it, or the ankle might. That's something that most people do to keep themselves from falling. The trick is kind of learning how to walk more normally with this on, which you did pretty quickly, and you started walking straighter.
Yeah.
Because you start realizing that your foot's going to lift every time you move, so you don't have to go like this.
Yes.
Do that
You have
again.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when we turn it off, you notice it's not drastic for you, but I think if you got more tired and you had this on, people start to do this circumduction, which is fatiguing in and of itself, right? Because you're using your hip to bring your foot around, but you're doing that because your foot's not lifting and you're staying and your knee is staying stiff and you're just kind of doing this.
Yeah.
And I'm exaggerating. And when this comes on, you start walking straighter
Yeah.
because you start feeling that your foot's going to keep lifting. You even started to bend your knee a little bit, which when you walked in, you were...
What did you said she started to bend her knee?
Yeah.
And she wasn't doing that before?
So she came in looking pretty stiff-legged, which is completely normal, right? right? Because you're in a brace. You're trying to secure yourself on a leg that feels very weak and unstable. So the tendency is to kind of lock your leg up and kind of go this way. Once you started moving it, we can do it again, on and off. You can see that she starts flexing her knee a little bit, and I think that would get better over time because this is the first time. You still have to gain confidence in it. This is the first time you're going to use it, right? So you're not going to start flying.
I'll come back to it when we try it the second time, but I think one of the worries that will come out would be, with that, like, I'm repeating myself for the third time, but with the sneaker,
You're worried about the ankle.
I'm worried about the ankle. Yeah,
We would see right away, because sometimes this isn't stable enough for somebody with a really unstable ankle, and that's not the case. In fact, it looked much more stable. We didn't compare it to the brace, but we can do it again on and off and just kind of look at that the ankle looks stable. She's not so what happens when she doesn't have it on is she tends to roll in a little bit, that inverting, some of that's the tone, and it's weakness. As soon as you turn it on, we're pulling her up and out and giving her eversion to stabilize the ankle. That's what I first noticed is you're not vaulting over here, you're not coming around, and you're not getting that inversion because we put the stem on to pull you up and out. So that alone will stabilize the ankle.
How does she turn it off? Can she just reach down if she wants?
No, it's all on this control here. So this is something you would carry in your pocket around your, kind of like your glasses, and you just power it on, put it into gait mode or exercise mode, which is cyclical stim. I'll show you that. Let's see, are we on?
Like she has a life alert thing on her wrist.
Yep. It's going to come on, okay?
But that would be something you'd wear around you wear.
I love the laugh. That's a good sign.
So you'd wear it around your neck or wrist or.
Yeah.
Because now her feet. Is it on right now or not?
Are you feeling it? Can you feel it? No, it's not on.
So it's not because you can see a big difference in her gait.
All right, try that.
Okay, so now it's on. And now her right leg, I can see right from here, it's like a lot straighter.
Yeah, her muscles are getting tired. Now like I said, there's that whole conditioning protocol. So you only do about 20 minutes before your muscles start to poop out. So some of what we're seeing is just overall fatigue.
So
which is why you condition. She wouldn't just go home and wear this.
And so that separate thing you were talking about, that strength, I'm not sure I understood that. I mean, it's too early. That would be, okay, that's a thigh piece.
Additional piece.
And
which I wouldn't start with. I would see your knee's still a little bit stiff, but I think part of that is just because of the way you're used to walking. Yeah. You can certainly add this on if you find that you feel like you need more at the knee. I think it's overkill right now. I would start simple, and if you end up needing it, Mark can certainly show it to you. It's another component. It's stims during the opposite time, so it's going to stimulate you probably while you're standing.
Okay.
But I didn't show it to you because I don't think you need it. But
so that would be for even more severe cases, is it?
Yeah, it's not that. She could probably benefit, but it's a lot of stimulation and it's a lot of device. So if I can get someone to get a decent response without the additional piece, that's where I start.
So right now, I'm repeating something you already told me. These units are.
I'm going to start taking this off just so that we can be ready.
They're not likely to be covered by Medicare because.
They will not be covered by Medicare.
Because it's a stroke and not a spinal injury.
Yeah, which doesn't make sense anyway, but just sort of happen that way.
And so,
but yeah, they will.
But will they cover the physical therapy?
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah, it's just like any